In my opinion, Canada's gift to the world, coming right up on Weekend at the Cottage. Welcome to Weekend at the Cottage. I'm Nick Manojlovic. Today, oh Canada, I get to share what many people consider to be the quintessential Canadian dessert. Simple, humble, beautiful butter tarts. You're going to want to make this recipe, or at least you're going to want someone to make it for you and enjoy them. In my opinion, butter tarts should be prepared a certain way, so I'm going to walk you through how we made these beautiful tarts. Unfortunately, the recipe only yields 10. Oh no, wait a minute, sorry. It yields 12, but I've already eaten 2 fresh out of the oven because they're so fantastic. Let's start then with the first consideration. It's all about the pastry we create. This perfect pastry dough recipe begins in a large bowl, 2 1/4 cups of pastry flour. Use pastry flour, not all-purpose. We're then adding in half a teaspoon of salt, and I like a bit of sweetness to this dough, so 1 tablespoon of golden brown sugar packed into the bowl. Whisk everything together. Then we're adding 8 tablespoons of butter, very cold, 8 tablespoons of shortening, very cold, into the bowl. Kind of toss those around by hand, and now we start to rub the butter and shortening into the flour mixture. Next, we're taking about 1/2 cup of very cold water, crack an egg into it, and then something I think helps make this so flaky, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Whisk those ingredients together. Pour half on top of your butter and dry mixture, stir with a fork, and look at the consistency. I may need a little bit more, but as hands go in, I think that's pretty well the perfect complement. Once your dough comes together, don't overwork it, onto plastic wrap, and it goes into the fridge for 1 hour to chill. Once your dough has chilled, onto a floured surface, we're going to roll it out into about a 1/4 inch thickness. And then you need to take a round. I'm using a 4.5 inch cup, invert it onto your dough, and you're going to cut out that circle. Lay the circles to the side, gather up scraps until you have 12 rounds of dough. We then take our muffin tin, no need to do anything. We're placing the discs of dough into the muffin tin, and there's a bit of a kind of a fluted edge that naturally happens. They say it's part of the charm of butter tarts. Tuck your pastry in and you'll see it fits perfectly to the rim of your muffin tin. Add all 12 pieces of dough, and very important step, you need to put this into the fridge and chill for 30 minutes. Let that dough get cold. While our butter tart pastry cups are chilling in the fridge, we're going to make our filling for them. And I am the kind of person who likes to drive and eat butter tarts, so it can't be all oozy and gooey. I like to have a filling that, when baked, comes out rather solid. And so I start off with 3/4 cup of brown sugar packed. We're adding 1/4 cup of corn syrup. You need 1/4 cup of melted butter. Stir that together just to take the heat off of that melted butter. Now we're adding 2 extra large eggs at room temperature, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to take a hand mixer on low. We're going to blend the sugar in with the egg and the vanilla extract. It's going to dissolve nicely, and now your filling is done. Butter tart cups are chilled. Filling is prepared. Now as a final comment about the add-ins, I'm going to start by just showing you how beautiful it is if you just pour the filling about halfway into each of the cups for 6 of those cups. Looks pretty good. I've done a little bit of research, and apparently the original butter tart was made with currants. So I like to add a little handful of currants into each of the remaining 6 cups. And then I'm a nutty guy, as you know, so a little sprinkle of chopped pecan as well. Then I can top off with the final balance of filling. Now that they're filled, they're ready to be baked. Our oven is preheated to 425 degrees. Butter tarts go in, and you're going to cook for about 12 to 15 minutes. That said though, you're looking for that glorious golden pastry. The centers will kind of swell up a little bit, get nice and firm. You know your butter tarts are done. When they come out of the oven, give them maybe about 10 minutes to cool before you pop them out of the muffin tin. Place them out onto a board as we have ready to go. I love that mix, some filled, some plain. I love that firm center. As I crack one open, oh look, I just yanked off just the littlest tiny bit. It is glossy but not oozy. It's flaky and fantastic, and it's hello Nick, Nick. Oh, There's absolutely nothing like them. Butter tarts are truly one of the best things you can prepare, and I sincerely hope you do. And after you've made them, you know what to do. Head to weekendatthecottage.com. Please remember to subscribe to our website. Also drop us comments if you make this recipe. Let us know. I like them firm, I like them soft, I like them filled, I like them empty. Tell us about your experience with butter tarts. Also look for us on our dedicated YouTube channel. Subscribe to us there as well. Last thing, have a chat with my incredible business partner, Carol Bugazzi. She's something else and she loves butter tarts too. You can reach Carol on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you so much for indulging me and letting me share one of my favorite recipes of all time. I mean, what do you expect? They're pretty fantastic, as are you. Come on back and hang out again soon. Love you. Take care.